Shirley Tolentino, Program Officer from the Department of Information Science and Technology of the School of Sciences and Engineering.
And I'm Anthony Saul, Laboratory Administrator, also from the Department of Information Science and Technology under the School of Sciences and Engineering.
And we are part of the IST Extension team, and our extension initiative is the IT Modernization Project. Our outreach is actually part of our extension program. Basically, our main goal is to provide assistance and help to our partners, especially the DepEd schools, in terms of their information communications technology needs.
We're using our talent and experience, of course, at least to help them and their IT needs. No? But not limited to IT lang. No? We also have several projects that is not related to IT, but of course, because we are in the IT department, so our focus is to help them provide solution in terms of IT. But if we see that the problem is beyond IT, so we ask help from our partner, alumni, and our industry partner to provide solution to their needs.
Yeah. And to add to that, we're not limiting our extension initiatives in terms of IT field, as mentioned by Mr. Saul. But we also provide other needs. For example, during the pandemic, we provided training for the faculty members of our partner institutions. So we provided training on Google Workspace. We provided training on self-care. To sum it up, it's actually not limited to IT, but since our IT is our expertise, that's the main priority or objective of our outreach program.
Yeah.
The intention is just to meet the requirements of PACOCOA to have an extensive outreach or extension projects. That's what drove us to reach out to DepEd schools. But eventually, we decided not to limit it on the perspective of accreditation, but in terms of our social responsibility. So that's the time when we reach out to our first partner school in Pandibulacan, Virginia Ramirez Cruz National High School. That school is our very first extension project, and we just renewed our memorandum of understanding with them after 3 years.
So basically talaga, all of these at first, ano lang talaga, for compliance. No? Through the years that we doing this extension program, no, we see na, okay, let's go beyond compliance and let's be serious to help the community. No? We added puso or some care talaga and we put our effort to help the community.
We also encountered or still encountering lots of challenges in terms of our extension initiatives. Similarly, we were experiencing limitations in terms of our resources and manpower. So, but then again, that's not a reason for us to stop. We strive to look for solution to those challenges. For example, if we are short in terms of manpower teaching our public schools programming courses for their teachers to equip them to teach computer programming courses in senior high school. So what we did is to take advantage of our strong alumni relationship. So we tap our alumni who are doing development dev work in the industry. So that's just an example. For example, one of our partner school needed computers in the IT laboratory. So for them to deliver courses for their students, what we did is we tapped our alumni who works in DXC technology. So they donated monitors. And we also reached out to other departments within the university. For example, ICT, BIGCAS. So if we need help, we reach out to people inside the university and our network outside the university.
So we broadened the scope. So some of the project na we have, it is beyond IT na. For example, one of our school needed to have a parang brigada pagbasa. So that's not our expertise, no. So we, just like Miss Shirley said, we ask help from other peers, from the alumni, and the also from the community, UAMP community, So to provide that kind of expertise, no, yung reading comprehension, no, problem namin or yung limitation namin, of course, the budget, no. So that's the number one, and how we can sustain because yung extension project namin from one we have at least ilan na ba? Six, no?
Six.
So we have six, no? The problem is how we can sustain those projects, no? So yeah, we ask help, of course, from our alumni and our network.
Yeah, and we will also reach out to our friends who
Yes,
believe
friends, correct.
who believe on the things that we're doing for the
Mm,
community. So actually, I always remember what Mr. Chippy Buenafe always remind us or tell us is to build our network. And eventually, we will benefit from that. Building your network means you reaching out to people, then eventually
Mm-mm.
you'll find ways on how you can help them, and then in return, how they can help you. So that's basically of actually as a human being, we also encountered limitations
Mm,
in each and every one of us. For example, there are challenges that should we stop? There are questions that should we stop? But we pause and then eventually we continue, we move forward and then address all those challenges and we are more determined to to do good to the community. I was able to realize how important the role of our alumni in terms of giving their time, their talent, and their resources financially or their network within their companies. So what I've learned from that is you take care of them while they were students and they will take care of you afterwards. On a personal level, I was able to realize that you can do something to the community, to other people, given your limitation, is to influence people in helping each other. That's my takeaway. Do not lean on your challenges or limitation, but instead look for solution to those problems. And also, on a organizational perspective, I think we're helping the university to be known not just an institution for the rich people, but we're also collaboratively, we help the community.
Alam mo, nagugulat na kami because we have a limitation in terms of budget, no? But when we reach out to people, because what we're doing is really we sincere in what we doing. So magugulat ka na lang, there are a lot of people that, okay, I'm really willing to help.
Yeah.
So yun yung take away ko eh. If you really do something good and you're really sincere to help, diba? So other people, hindi ka na kailangan yung mag-effort to convince them. And parang eventually parang realize na, okay, that's good. So
I will start to its literal meaning. Salt, it gives taste to the food, right? Light, it gives hope in times of darkness. So if I relate it or personally, if what does salt and light mean to me is that you as a person can be a salt and a light in your community, in your family, in your organization that will not just contribute a single person but the community as a whole. I remember my late parents always remind us to be sensitive to the needs of others. So the things that we're doing in the IST extension program is that we're being sensitive to the needs of our partner institutions, especially the DepEd schools. So whatever we are doing is based on our observations, initial meetings, and given the challenges and the limitations that we have as a group or as an organization, we're still trying to augment whatever the Department of Education is providing for our partner schools. So Always be sensitive to the needs of others and help. Help if you can, help if you have the means, and
Mm.
always support each other. Don't be selfish and think, although we're privileged, although we have everything that we need,
Mm.
always think that we have countrymen that need help. So always be sensitive to the needs of others.
I hope you can join us, in terms of extension project or outreach program, because in an outreach program or extension program is not done by individually, but it is done by the entire organization. I hope some of the other unit or other school can also join us in helping the community